two very powerful players from their own respective races in the European region. Again, Drogo, really, I just want to see him play some StarCraft, okay?
It's the Clem victim support group.
Yes, both Spirit and Drogo have fallen victim to Clem, and now they can embrace each other.
Oh, Oscar. Together.
Together, Papi, together.
Gonna hold each other.
Oh, you're not gonna let go.
Never.
Never again, Papi, never again. As Drogo, he's actually rocking his own portrait. Oh my god. Crazy.
Yeah, and here we go, spawning in the top right hand corner of the map, playing for KyZ Gaming. This is the Polish Terran. In the red, it is Spirit.
And spawning in the bottom left hand corner of Data Under the Sea, we have the French Protoss player. He is blue, representing Team Alter. It is PtitDrogo. But if you keep an eye on his Twitter, then he's becoming the real Drogo.
Oh, big Drogo.
Big Drogo, Papi. Hi.
Gonna start Stormgator's Swole Drogo.
Yeah. Oh my god. I was shocked. Like when I saw him, I think it was like yesterday when he posted the picture, or this morning. I did not recognize Drogo. I was like, he's a changed man.
Oh, been touching grass.
He has.
Gross.
I don't know what that means for his StarCraft play. I worry, Papi. I worry.
Gosh.
Oh my god. But yeah, we'll see how he can perform here against Spirit. Two very different Terran opponents that he will be up against, and we can see that here Spirit is going for only a single gas opener here, a lot more economic.
Yeah, gonna go for a fast expand, go for that Marine as well. I mean, Spirit, despite being such a late game king and such a defensive player in the other two matchups, does tend to be a little bit more aggressive in TvP. So I'll be interested to see what he does go for here. He does like his proxy raxes. He likes his reactor factory builds as well. So there's quite a few possibilities here.
Yeah, definitely. You know, we can kind of go into a couple of different avenues, whether they're Hellion drops or Widow Mines as well, depending on what kind of reactor play we have. I'm really curious to see how this all kind of comes together. Oh boy. But I don't know how excited I should be because I see a Stargate on the way. We are on Data C. I know it's quite early, but do you feel Phoenix is coming, Papi? Do you feel?
Oh, yes, always.
Oh no.
As we do see, Spirit is in fact going to be going for a reactor factory opening. So going for a bunker as well with this is definitely playing things very safe. It's a little bit unusual. We saw Clem go for a similar opening, but skipping the bunker and going for a faster factory and a faster reactor. Spirit instead going to be opening up with these couple Hellions and making two more as well. So it's a little bit unusual.
Yeah, I'm really curious because it feels like Spirit is going to be working towards a big push. I imagine, yep, a medevac is going to be coming in next, so he's going to be going for some drop play here. Very aggressive, very early on. We'll see how this lines up against the Oracles of Drogo, because the first Oracle is done and it is going to be rushing across the map, and it is going to be coming across these Hellions.
Yeah, so Spirit going to be going for a 6 Hellion attack. This is pretty unusual. Normally, when you go for these kind of builds, you either go for a proxy starport to do your Hellion drop, or you just make 2 Hellions and then go for a mine drop behind that. But instead, he's going to be moving out with these 6 Hellions, and Drogo spots it immediately.
Yeah, the pathing of the Oracle was right over those Hellions. One Hellion is going to get picked off by the Oracle. The second Oracle is going to join, and he's going to be able to add to that DPS. Meanwhile, the Marines are rushing across the map in that medevac drop, but we have Adepts.
Yes, a very interesting build coming out here. Looks like it is intended to snipe this kind of build coming out from Drogo. He's going to be diving on it with those Hellions and trying to get some damage on the probes. They are starting to line up, but some of these shots are being wasted. And the Marines didn't really get too much done. This was a decent defense by Drogo. I want to say, I think he comes out on top on this.
Yeah, even though 9 probes have gone down, and 9 probes is nothing to scoff at, the investment was pretty large from our Terran player. You know, that was a lot of Hellions, that was a lot of factory production, the medevac gets picked off, the Marine count gets reset, and now Drogo has map control, and he was able to get away with a third Nexus.
Yeah, third Nexus going down off 2 gates here. We'll be taking those extra gases as well, so it does look like it's going to be that Phoenix Colossus style, possibly. We do see a Fortune Twilight on the way, though, and there's no Robo just yet, so I'm not quite sure what's going to be happening here for Drogo. We do see he just has a little bit of map control out here with the Stalkers, with the Adepts as well.
It's too early to smudge, Papi. It's too early. It's okay. It's okay. Maybe we're gonna smudge in a bit of a different way. As Drogo is getting full map control, is gonna be able to get his third base up and running. Saturated. There we go. Charge is on the way. We have a bit of a gateway explosion again. Drogo has a lot of freedom right now, and the onus is gonna be, the pressure is gonna be on Spirit instead. But for the time being, it looks like Spirit also can't really do much just because he lost so much early on. Like he doesn't have anything to move out.
Yeah, I mean, recognizing that as well, it looks like he's going to adjust by going for a 5-rack, so he's going for a bit of a 2-base all-in here, and it's an interesting choice. I think he wants to catch out Drogo being a little bit greedy. He realizes that he's too far behind to go back into a normal macro game. He has to try to make something happen with a big push, but this push is not going to... Sorry, this push is going to take a long time to kick in, and I think Drogo might be able to prepare in time for this.
Yeah, I feel the same way, because we're going to be waiting for Stim, we're going to be waiting for combat shields, we're going to be waiting to muster up an army, and especially because of all these oracles, once this army does move out, Drogo is going to have eyes on it. There's also going to be a bit of a minefield as well. Stasis traps are being set up. We have a third CC on the way. We'll see if that's actually, you know, intentional, or if we're actually going to see it saturated, or if it's just for show.
I mean, Drogo sees everything here. Spirit is looking to go for a little bit of a move out. I'm a little bit worried. He's starting to bunch up his army. Does he see this stasis trap?
I don't think he sees it, Papi. I don't think he sees it. Right now, he's just going to be dancing with death. He's just going to be staring it down. Meanwhile, back at home, Drogo, Storm is on the way. Not even halfway done. So there is a window here where maybe Spirit can go for his 5-racks push. But the longer this game goes on, the more secure Drogo is going to be here with his High Templar, with his Storm.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we see Spirit, he does load up a single drop, going to be sending that around the back to try to drop in at the main. Should be looking to time his push out for that as well, but big stasis trap lands, and Spirit, he has to go. He has to get something done. He went 5-racks, he needs some damage. He has to commit to this.
Yeah, we have to commit, Bobby, with everything that we have. We have a second stasis trap in the middle of the map, but this one is going to be avoided, so Spirit is going to be able to kind of thread the needle past all of this, but there's another stasis trap as well. Just Drogo is doing such a great job at buying time.
Yeah, there we go. It looks like Spirit does see that one, is going to be taking that one out, just waiting for the reinforcements to arrive from the stasis trap. Drogo going to be sending a run by, though. These charge lots going straight into the natural, and there's not too much here to deal with it for Spirit.
Oh, at the same time, we have a drop coming into the main base of Drogo. A lot of probes are going to be going down here. At the same time, Zealots are wreaking havoc in the natural, and third base workers are going down from both sides, but Drogo is coming out a bit worse for wear.
Yeah, I mean, here we go. Spirit is gearing up. He's looking down the barrel at this third base of Drogo. He sees the Storm, doesn't want to commit. Instead, going to be going for a rather large drop to the north. It's a stasis trap with that Cyclone, but he's going to be able to get some good damage here.
Yeah, he goes straight for the main base, but Drogo has time to respond with the rest of his army, and the drop into the main doesn't really do much at all. The overcharge was just a little bit too good here. There's actually not a lot of anti-air. The Marines get picked off.
Yeah, there we go, and it looks like we're not really going to be able to get an angle on this third base. The storms are pretty good. The splits from Spirit very strong as well. Not going to be taking too much damage here. Drogo spent all his storms, and Spirit can jump on this now.
Oh, Spirit, he can dive on this. We barely have any units remaining here from Drogo, who was relying so much on those High Templar. And Spirit, he breaks through.
As we do see that extra warpin of Zealots coming through, this Archon has no shields. I would love to see maybe a unit or two being split off to take this out before it can regen.
Yeah, but it looks like the Archon is going to barely survive. He does pull back. Drogo has enough time to go for another warp in back at home. And Drogo is going to be able to stabilize. Oh boy, things are looking quite intense here. Spirit, he still needs to deal more damage. He's still quite far behind economically.
Yeah, Drogo desperately trying to hold on. He has an overcharge. He has these 3 Archons that should be able to keep him safe for a short time as long as he doesn't venture too far forward.
Yeah, the Archons, they will not die. The cannon does get picked off though, but as we see, the overcharge is doing a great job at keeping Spirit back. We do see the overcharge has run out. Spirit just continuing to reinforce. He's looking for another way in. He has been losing a lot of medevacs, so drop potential, a doom drop into the main base is going to be a little bit difficult to pull off, but with the reinforcements, maybe he can.
Yeah, I love this little 2 Reaper run by as well. I'm not sure if these Reapers were made by accident. Maybe just fat-fingered that in the midst of everything that was going on here, but Spirit just dancing back and forth, trying to get some damage, and it does feel like he's gotten himself back into this game.
Yeah, he goes for another Doom Drop into the main base, but oh, the High Templar were waiting for him. They don't have enough energy for a Storm, but they go for feedbacks instead. They are going to scare Spirit off.
Yeah, no energy left on these medevacs, so these stims are going to be permanent for the moment. We do see a good amount of damage coming down from the storms, from the Archons as well. Good little back off there from Spirit. He is just looking to trade and keep Drogo off of 4th base.
Yeah, exactly. And so far he's done a decent job at it, but once again, the medevacs just keep getting sniped. This army from Spirit is so battered and so bruised. A couple of reinforcing medevacs are going to be able to top this army up. And as you were saying, Spirit, he has some decent momentum. He has been able to close that gap into the worker count. We even see he's taking a 4th base on location, just as Drogo is taking his own for it.
Yeah, there we go. So that is a really nice little lead there. Has that 4th on location, has the armory as well to get that +2 attack going. Even has his ghost upgrades on the way, and that's something that we've been desperately needing for the past few minutes, and it does mean that he has a little bit of a timing here to try to attack a potential 4th.
Yeah, exactly. The Archons and High Templar are now under threat because of the EMPs. Here we go. Spirit is going to stim on for the 4th base, completely exposed, and that is going to go down.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate that was allowed to finish, but very good timing coming out from Spirit. And Drogo back down onto 3 bases. It feels like Spirit is pulling quite far ahead now.
Oh, the retarget! Widowmines go off at the natural base. 6 probes are going to be going down at the same time. Oh, a couple of High Templar are going to get sniped as well.
Yeah, looks like both players not looking there for a minute. The Ghosts and High Templars were just standing right in front of each other in range while that mine drop was going on. But we do see good AMPs coming out from Spirit, better Storms coming out from Drogo. Drogo going to be able to push this back.
Oh yeah, once again, the Archons do manage to survive and push this back. I believe the majority of the Ghosts did barely survive. Yes, they are safely tucked away into that medevac. Spirit is going to back off. Oh boy, he's going to be able to take a bit of a breather here as he is still looking quite good. You know, again, Drogo is still stuck on 3 bases.
Yeah, and Spirit sees that as well. He put a mine on each of these bases, so he's able to see that Drogo only just cleared out the left side now, and Drogo's still not going for a 4th base either. I wonder if he's just trying to go all in now.
It's possible. I mean, he has double robo production. He's getting into his disruptors, his colossi as well. He no longer has to rely on just pure storms. And now that dynamic is going to change a little bit as a result. Spirit, his army has a lot of DPS, has a lot of potential here. He's pushing on in. Drogo does spot him with that observer.
Yeah, Drogo spots that out. He will finally get that 4th down, attacks one of his own stalkers to get that mine kill. We see a little bit of an aggressive blink from Drogo and a bit of mispathing. He's going to cost him a couple of stalkers here. Nice scan from Spirit too to take out that observer and get a good view of the army of Drogo. Seeing that many Colossus, he probably doesn't want to attack up the ramp. He'll just be content to keep denying a 4th.
Yeah, that's what I'm most concerned about. I hope Spirit doesn't really commit to any major engagement pushing up these ramps. He's picking up a couple of units here and there, but pushing into 3 Colossi, I don't know if that's the wisest choice. Nice EMPs though.
Yeah, those Archons just explode, vanish in a little mist of blue, and Spirit's going to be happy with that damage. He's going to back off, heal up this bio, and continue to threaten.
Exactly, just dipping in with a couple of Marines here and there whenever he can. Spirit now taking a 5th base on location as well. Something you don't see too often, but the Terran player is just further and further ahead economically in this TvP. Drogo is struggling to try and expand. He's just being zoned away every single time from his own 4th.
Yeah, Spirit is all over him. He denies a 4th again, and Drogo is just way too far behind now. I don't really see how he gets back into this one without Liberator transition on the way. He's going to have to hit some huge disruptor shots, take a really nice fight with these Colossus. Spirit's going to have to get a little bit reckless, and maybe this is that moment.
Yeah, he throws away every single one of his Vikings. Oh, nice storm on top of the army as well. Spirit may have just forgotten that High Templar are also a factor in this fight. But 11 probes just went down, and Spirit, he just has to back off and defend. He doesn't have to overextend.
Yeah, there we go. Going to be throwing a few of those Marauders ahead to try to slow this army down, and unfortunately losing quite a lot of them. So not the best trades there by Spirit, but considering just how far ahead he is, he's probably okay with this. We see behind this making 4 Liberators at a time. Yes, that Lib range on the way, starting to get those air upgrades as well.
Oh my god, there was some transferring probes and they got caught by a Widowmine. 11 probes just went down. They were on the way to the 4th.
Brutal.
He can't catch a break, Papi.
Yeah, and behind this we see Spirit. He's moving out with the Liberators. +2 air is still a fair ways off, so has been missing out on these upgrades a little bit with all the aggression that's been going on, but look how small this army for Drogo is.
Yeah, it's tiny right now. We have 4 Disruptors and 2 Colossi. 5 High Templar, like a lot of high-tech units, don't get us wrong, but oh, EMPs just blanket everything.
Ooh. Yeah, I mean, pretty big disruption shot there on the army of Spirit, but there's really just no answer for these Liberators, and Spirit can just keep slow pushing here. He's pushing into a 3rd here. I mean, Drogo might be on a little bit of copium here, I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, he's running out of resources. We can see here the 3rd base, like, we're down to only 4 mineral patches remaining. Nova is gonna go off and actually get a juicy connection. Oh my god.
Wasn't looking, Puppy. Very nice connection there, but there's nothing to be done about these Liberators, and that means this 3rd base is going down.
That's the thing, you know, he may not be looking, but with Liberators, you don't need to look. You just set and forget. GG gets called, and Spirit will take the 1st game.
GG. Convincing 1st game coming out from Spirit, despite falling a little behind in that early game.
Oh, yeah, just a little bit there. It did seem like Drogo was looking good to start, but the pressure was on Spirit to deal damage, and deal damage he did, going for constant drops, going for constant multi-prong harass. He was able to pull apart Drogo, find that damage, and get away with some greed as well. You know, we saw him taking some bases on location, and he, at a certain point, just because there was so much aggression coming out, Drogo, he just couldn't really spare any supply to counterattack.
Yeah, exactly, and that really did punish him.
Oh boy, and now we are getting ready for game number 2, the final game of this series. Will it end in a 2-0? Will we be able to tie up the series? We're gonna find out as we are loading on in to the final PvT of the night.
That's so weird. Like, will it end in a 2-0 or will it end in a 1-1?
I know, it's crazy. I don't like it.
We're down to the last match.
Is one player gonna win, or is everyone gonna win, Papi?
Oh, as here we go. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner with a 1-0 lead. Quite a strong one at that. This is Kaiser Gaming's Spirit.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Inside and Out, we have his opponent, the French Protoss player representing Team Alter. It is PtitDrogo. Asher, as we've been getting into these games, by default, has the production tab been off for you?
Yeah, is that not always?
No.
I think it. I usually just turn it on at the start of the game. I wouldn't even know if it's on by default or not. I feel like I always do it when a game starts up.
Oh my, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just hit D and zoom out.
Okay. No, normally it's there. It's just there. For a live cast anyway. For a live cast.
Yeah, I think you have a different interface to me anyway.
Yeah. It's been throwing me off, Papi. It's been throwing me off.
Just hit that D. Hit that D.
I will. Now that you've asked.
Oh. You're welcome to.
Oh god. As we do see Spirit once again going for an economic rax expand, going for a reactor first as well, skipping out on the Marines, skipping out on the Reapers.
Yeah, there we go. So the reactor first. This can lead into a 3 racks. He hasn't put off gas yet, so I don't think it's going to be that, but kind of curious to see what this could be. The other thing that we sometimes see off this is if he does go for a factory, we do have the potential for a bit of a 6 Marine 2 Hellion move out, which is a nice build too.
Yeah, we'll see if those Marines are going to be on the way, and there we have them. Factory is going to be behind this, so once again, Spirit spicing things up with his opener. Meanwhile, Drogo on his side of the map is going to be playing things a little bit safer. He didn't go for a probe scout, by the way, so he is going to be playing things safe, keeping his adept back at home, looking for a Reaper that will never show up.
Yeah, this is a very strange battery in the natural. I don't know what the nice way to say this is, but I don't usually see this in pro games. I usually see this in my ladder games.
Yeah, it's one of those things where because at a higher level of play, it's you typically are cutting corners and you want to be hyper efficient with how you spend your resources, especially early on. So to go for a blind shield battery like this, it's a little bit odd to see. It feels like Drogo was expecting some like hyper aggression from Spirit.
Yeah, I was wondering if he scattered the reactor, but he didn't. So yeah, it's very odd. I mean, this is a very early shield battery, and it does put you behind.
Yeah, exactly. But we'll see if it works out and if it pays off for him, because Spirit is moving out with his 6 Marines. He is going to be taking control of the center of the map. The Hellions are not too far behind this. And we'll see if he can break on through here, because, you know, the shield battery, we're also going to have an overcharge available at the natural as well.
Oh, it's 6 Marine 2 Hellion. I'm a psychic. I knew. As we do just see these Hellions going to be diving straight on past. We saw this before with Clem. He was able to get a lot of damage in the main of Drogo with 2 Hellions. What is Spirit going to be able to do? The defense is a little bit better this time, and actually Spirit has been cleaned up rather effectively.
Yeah, and this is what I was concerned about, especially because of that shield battery. It was diverting a lot of that DPS because Spirit dove into the main. There were already some units waiting for him, and he loses everything.
I mean, his start here, it's been quite inefficient, so he's not quite as far ahead as it might seem after cleaning that up so well. But at the same time, sensing that he got a little bit of a good trade there, he throws down some extra gateways. He's going for 4-gate blink. I really like this.
Yeah, exactly, especially because he shut down the majority of these units. Spirit is going to have very limited scouting information. He's going to be wanting to be a little bit greedy behind this as well. But Spirit, it looks like he's kind of read this quite well as well. Yeah, he's throwing down bunkers all over the place.
Yeah, looking at his vision, he didn't see that necessarily, but he just seems to have some kind of a sense for it. And he has a bunker in the main, a bunker in the natural, a 3rd bunker in the natural. He 100% knows it's 4-gate blink.
Yeah,
he's got all over this.
His tank is in between his bases. He's got a 2nd tank on the way as well, a Banshee on the horizon. Spirit is preparing for the aggression of Drogo. Despite that, is it going to be enough? At the same time, the first Banshee is across the map, and ooh, Drogo has nothing at home. He recalls.
Yeah, there we go. We see Spirit pre-pulls his SCVs, and this Banshee is actually just brilliant because it forces so many units back here for Drogo. Forces a lot of lost attention, just distracts him, slows down this timing. Any kind of aggression that you can get across a map like this, whether it be a Banshee, a Raven Harasser, even a Mind Drop, can really help you out in these situations.
Oh, it really can, and here we go. Drogo, he's diving on in. He blinks on forward. He's going to be able to focus down one of these bunkers. He's going to be able to try and get the second, but the repair's too good.
Oh, the repair is too strong. We can see why these double bunker setups are so powerful. We do see 9 SCV is going to be going down, 10 SCV is going to be going down, but with the tanks being repositioned by Spirit, it is looking like the beginnings of a hold. Drogo takes out 2 tanks, takes out 3 tanks.
I was going to say the unsiege, Poppy. Here come the reinforcements. The boys, so many of them are going to be going down, and what looks like a solid hold is quickly crumbling here for Spirit.
Yeah, maybe a little bit overconfident with that unsiege. I guess he didn't want to give up his natural, but I think that wasn't the move. Drogo gets it done.
Oh my!
And it's gonna be a 1-1.
Gee.
Insane.
He's crazy. GG gets called. Drogo was forced into a Giga 2 base all in, and we thought that Spirit was gonna be fine. He pre-pulled the boys. He had tanks. He had 3 bunkers, Poppy. 3.
Yeah, Spirit prepared so well for that, but I'm gonna be honest. I could be wrong. It's possible that he wasn't going to be able to give up that natural, so he had to do that, but that felt like a massive blunder, bringing all 3 tanks down like that.
Yeah, I think so as well. And it's happened before today. It happened again. You know, these players, sometimes they just like exposing themselves. My god, there was like there's one timeline where Drogo would have been able to pull off that all in, and somehow he found the exact moment when Spirit had unsiege, where he was coming down with all of his tanks, where he was quite vulnerable there at his natural. And yeah, maybe even because of that Banshee harass, like Drogo was that much more desperate for damage, and he pulled it off.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of feels like he took the only opportunity that was there, and Spirit took it away from him and then gave it back to him.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh my god, GG. Well played to both of our players here, as they do end up with a 1-1 score. Oh boy, a very back and forth series overall. Very a bit of an emotional roller coaster in many ways as well. In both games. But that's really what we want to be seeing here. So yeah, GG. Well played.
GG's indeed.
Oh boy. And with that was our 6th and final matchup here of the night. We didn't make too bad time here in the end. 3.5 hours. Yeah, it's kind of what we expected. 3.5 to 4 hours. And yeah, honestly, I'm quite glad. I'm quite glad that we were able to come together to cast this. I know we had a lot of mirror matchups, or we had a lot of repeating matchups, but despite that, the games themselves were unique enough.
Hopefully, be the last time we cast on that patch. Give us the new maps, puppy.
You want the new maps? Is that what you're saying right now?
I mean, some people want the new maps. It's for the people. For the people.
You're like, I will suffer for everyone else to rejoice, Papi. I will be the the Terran. We will be the sacrifice, Papi.
Yeah.
Aye. GG. So that is going to conclude our coverage of Group A. But we have many more groups where that came from. We have Group B, we have Group C, and Group D. 3 more groups in total. And I believe I'm going to be casting one of those groups on Friday or Saturday. I haven't locked it in yet, but I'm going to be casting one of those groups with Yaku. Zaku.
Oh. Yaku of the Zaku.
Oh, yeah. The one.
Let's go.
Let's go, Papi. Let's go. Oh my god. I say Friday or Saturday because we are going to have a broadcast on Friday, but I'm not entirely sure what we're going to be broadcasting. It's going to be either a HomeStory Cup replay cast or... No, actually. What am I saying? I know what we're going to be casting. Dolan has been challenged.
The danger Dolan.
The danger Dolan, Buffy. The gauntlet was thrown down. And we were contacted this morning by Team NV. And Dolan is going to have a best of 7 show match on Friday.
Oh.
Against a Korean Zerg player. A bit of an amateur, a bit of an up-and-comer. I don't know if you recognize the name. I don't think we've casted him together. I believe his name is, Mondo.
On Mondo?
Is he related?
Is he honorable?
Is he honorable? Is he Mondo?
We're gonna find out.
Oh. He's actually teammates with Jinio. He's teammates with some of the other Team NV boys. He's like on the B team. He's an up and comer. But because he's an up and comer, he challenged Dolan, so they're gonna be facing off this Friday.
Cool. Yeah. Throw him to the wolves. Let's go.
He doesn't know, Puppy. He doesn't know what he's getting into, Puppy. Aye. Oh my god. So we are going to be casting a show match on Friday. And then when we get into the weekend, we'll be covering some of these other HomeStory Cup groups. But when it comes to tonight, thank you, Asher. Thank you for casting with me, for joining me, Puppy,
thank you for showing me Clem spanking some Protoss. Felt good.
I knew you needed a bit of a pick me up, from the smudging on the ladder. So I got you some Clem spanking, Puppy.
Yeah.
Oh god. No, but thank you so much, Asher. I always appreciate you finding the time in your busy schedule to jump on and cast with me. So thank you, appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, Poppy. But you have to stream ladder tomorrow. You understand this?
Yeah. I know. If you want to tune in, if you're watching, if you want to tune into some light VIP ladder session, tomorrow I'm going to be downloading Mudfish. If you don't know what that is, it is a bit of a VPN-esque service, so I can fix up my ping, and I'll be laddering on Korea.
I'm gonna snipe you.
Stay away, Asher. Stay away.
I have to welcome you.
You're an animal.
At least once.
Oh my god. So I'm going to be laddering on the Korean server, hopefully with some decent ping. I haven't used a Mudfish before, so hopefully it's not too complicated to set up, and hopefully it's good. It's all good. So make sure you're there tomorrow to tune into me smudging on the ladder. It's going to be awful.
Beautiful. I can help you set it up if you want.
I thought you were I can help you smudge, Papi.
I will do that too, yeah.
Oh my god. But if people want to see more than just Zerg smudging, if they want to see some Terran, where can they find you, Papi? Where can they find you?
Twitch.tv/AsherBro. And I'll stream soon. Do one soon. It'll happen.
Yeah. I mean, we did have a recent Asher stream the other day. Did happen.
It did. Yeah. It's pretty good. It was alright.
There you go.
Wasn't the worst thing ever.
You're making it sound like we're forcing you to stream, Papi. What do you
against
mean?
My will.
Oh my god. So yes. Check out AsherBro on Twitch for some lovely Terran gameplay. You can see he may not have his camera on right now, but he does turn on his camera for the stream, and he does feature a lovely cat in the background as well.
Rufus. He will be sleeping somewhere nearby.
Rufio, yes. It's beautiful. The Rufus cameos are the best cameos. The best. Especially...
We'll get Rufus cam. It'll happen one day.
Beautiful. With that, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you so much for the support. Again, we're going to be continuing the HomeStory Cup replay casts whenever we can throughout the next couple of weeks, leading up to IEM Katowice, which some of us will be working on live at the venue. Not me.
I'm so confused right now.
Yeah. There are going to be some Ducklings at Katowice, so stay tuned for that. Yeah, they're going to be
nice,
providing some support behind the scenes.
Would it be Ducklings that live in Poland? Perhaps?
Yeah, maybe that would make sense. That would make sense. Oh my god, so get hyped, get excited for Katowice, the world finals, the new patch, the new ladder maps. It's all coming together.
But did you know TY is streaming right now?
Oh,
do you want to know what he's streaming?
He's streaming
karaoke. Brood War.
Oh no! I was gonna say Brood War, but in my brain I was like, nah, there's no way he's streaming Brood War, right?
Actual tragedy.
Oh no, Poppy, why?
He was the chosen one.
You were the chosen one. Stats is playing. What about you, Poppy? Oh.
Actually so sad when I saw that. I'm like, TY, no. And the title is something about doing an ASL challenge, so I think he's going to be playing Brood War for a little while.
Yeah.
Moj.
Oh. On that note, Asher, do you have anything you want to say before we head off for the night?
No. Have a good night, you animals.
Good night, everyone. Good night. Sweet dreams. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
See you soon. Bye.